Coach. Just a stone's throw from here. The bikers and joggers, they are lining the shores of Lake Michigan, and rightfully so. But we've got some football business to take care of at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Trubisky on first down. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, DaReel Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for DaReel Cohen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Trubisky will throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 28 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the 1st quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out. And forces fourth down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal. From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, 95 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly. So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way. And they got burned there. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
180! Time to go, night.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 1, Stafford, and he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch gears, switch gears. 59!
They'll run it with Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Amendola's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And it's caught here, Amendola. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. Back to throw, Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Bears push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Alert.
Again, it's Johnson. Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
25 to Mike. Check tight end. Check tight.
Check tight.
Again, it's Cohen. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Shoot, 53, ready.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd down now, Swift, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught off a deflection. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Set! Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Here we go, here we go.
Good on!
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Bang, 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 bang.
Alert, 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 alert!
Switch.
General West!
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Stop! Raheem! What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
Off the toss, Cohen. And some space here. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
Right there. 40's Mike.
On first down, it's Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Stafford now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Lions.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. One last throw here for Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.